interested in starting your legal career? Why not make the prestigious and internationally recognized University of London your institution of choice? The University of London is one of the world's greatest institutions for learning and scholarship. In 1858, it became the birthplace of distance, blended and flexible learning, allowing students to study for their degrees not only outside of London, but right across the globe. Students have the option of studying at one of their recognized teaching centers. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, or UCC, is the only University of London recognized teaching institution in Jamaica offering tutorial support for the University of London's Certificate of Higher Education in Common Law and the Bachelor of Laws. The benefits of tutorial support include expert tutors, peer engagement on campus, structured learning, and higher completion rates. UCC is firmly rooted in a philosophy of education based on flexibility, professional standards, workplace exposure, effective student academic advising, teaching and learning quality, and faculty research. Register today by visiting our website at www.ucc.edu.jm or call us at 876 906 3000.
UCC News. Staying at home this summer? Obtain new competencies, retool, and optimize your skill set for emerging new career opportunities. Choose from a wide range of relevant free professional development short courses or paid courses with transferable credits at only a nominal cost in any discipline from the UCC in partnership with several top universities from the U.S. Learners can now conveniently take on-demand, pre-recorded, and interactive video-based courses from their smartphones or computers, online or offline, and be awarded a recognized certificate of completion or achievement from the relevant universities. All courses will be taught by top international online instructors and can be pursued at any time. Learn more and apply online today at their website below.
High school graduates across Jamaica, be a part of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information's new groundbreaking sixth form pathway initiative at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC, and benefit from free tuition for 2 years for most degree programs. Yes, you've heard right, free tuition for 2 years. Through the sixth form pathway program, high school graduates can automatically transition to grade 12 to earn their chosen traditional associate degree, CAPE subjects, CAPE associate degree, occupational associate degree, or other certifications after grade 13 through a recognized higher education institution such as the UCC. Then, if you wish, seamlessly complete your UCC bachelor's degree in 2 more years. Secure your future and compete globally by studying online or blended on campus at a UCJ institutionally accredited university. Choose the UCC and obtain a free tablet also for traditional associate degree program pathway. Conditions apply. Revolutionize your dreams by developing a wide range of competencies and transferable skills that will serve you for a lifetime. Visit ucc.edu.jm for details or call us at 876-906-3000. UCC, fostering leadership and innovation.
UCC News. The UCC is again pleased to announce its new MasterTrack postgraduate certificates and diplomas, which provide a seamless pathway to a full master's degree. For working professionals with or without a bachelor degree who may be unable to commit to a full master's degree program now, MasterTrack postgraduate certificates and diplomas, jointly offered by the UCC and its top U.S. university partners, split master's programs into modules, so learners can affordably earn a UCC postgraduate credential at a fraction of the normal tuition within a few months. If a learner is accepted to the full master's program, this certificate and accompanying credits will count towards their degree. Learners can now conveniently take such on-demand, pre-recorded, and interactive video-based graduate-level courses from their smartphones or computers, online or offline. Courses will be taught primarily by UCC's international online faculty and can be pursued at any time. Learn more and apply online today at their website below. UCC, fostering leadership and innovation.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kevin Powell, Director of Student Services here at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, and I will be your moderator for this afternoon's webinar. Let me begin our webinar by taking the opportunity to say a special welcome to all our participants on Zoom and on other social media platforms. This webinar entitled Transferring Your CAPE and CXC Associate Degree Credits to an Accredited Bachelor's Degree Program. Recently, the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC, and the Regional External Examinations Body, the Caribbean Examinations Council, formally entered into a new articulation agreement. This agreement will facilitate the seamless transfer of successful candidates of the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examinations, CAPE, and the CXC degree to any UCC campus or online bachelor's degree program. During this webinar session this afternoon, participants from Jamaica and from those from across the Caribbean will have a real-time opportunity to learn more about this new agreement and how they can transfer their CAPE subjects or their CAPE CXC associate degree programs into our UC bachelor's degree program, while exploring a wide range of scholarship awards that are available through the UCC Foundation. Our intention this afternoon is to keep you both informed and engaged, as we know many of you are now listening and are about to make some very, very important decisions as it relates to your academic journey. And we here at UCC, in partnership with the Caribbean Examinations Council, welcome the opportunity to assist you in this process. We have several speakers this afternoon who will help you to bring clarity on the theme of the webinar this afternoon. And they will answer all or any of the questions that you may have. And we'll do this in our question and answer segment later in the program. So this time, allow me to welcome our first speaker for the afternoon. And she's going to bring greetings and welcome and to speak more on this agreement. And this speaker is Miss Jodine Williams, and she's a Senior Manager, Syllabus and Curriculum Development Division at the CXC. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Miss Jodine Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Powell. I trust that you are hearing me clearly.
We are, Jodine.
Thank you. Dr. Adams, Group Executive Chairman of the UCC, Professor Dennis Gale, University President, Professor Bernadette Warner, Senior Advisor for Institutional Effectiveness, Dr. Yvonne Dawkins, Associate Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, and all guests joining us today, including my colleagues from the Caribbean Examinations Council. We have online Mr. Richard Rose, our Corporate Communications Manager, Mr. Matthew Toole, who is our Digital Communications Officer, Ms. Folian Tate, and Mrs. Kiana Beckford, who serve us as Public Relations and Marketing Officers. The Caribbean Examinations Council was established in 1972 under an agreement with 16 participating governments as an institution of CARICOM under the auspices of the Council of Human and Social Development Education. Under this agreement, the Council is empowered to conduct examinations and award certificates and diplomas for the examinations that we administer. To support this mandate over the last 40-odd years, the Council has embarked on the initiation of agreements and sought to formulate endorsements with key stakeholders and institutions to facilitate the acceptance and the portability of the awards that are issued by the Council. Against this background, the Council is delighted to add the UCC to the list of degree granting institutions with whom CXC has signed articulation agreements to provide advanced placement opportunities for candidates who obtain acceptable grades for the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examinations or are awarded the CXC Associate degree. CAPE is both regionally and internationally accepted. and it's recognized by several institutions across the world, including the UK NARIC. Now, the UK NARIC is a designated United Kingdom national agency that has the responsibility for the recognition and comparison of international qualifications and skills. For Jamaican counterparts, you'll be very familiar with the work of the UCJ, the University Council of Jamaica. It's a similar entity. And so UK NARIC has indicated that the CXC, the CAPE, is an award of high standard. So consequently, the CXC associate degree, which is designed on the platform of the CAPE, similarly benefits from the same kind of evaluation. CXC believes that the strengthening of the relationship with UCC will greatly benefit the students of the region. Through this CXC-UCC agreement, CXC believes that candidates who have attained certification for any of the 36 CAPE subjects that we currently offer, or any of the 21 CXC associate degrees offered by the council, are now able to transfer credits to align the UCC bachelor's degree. This arrangement broadens the range of options from which students can choose as you make your decisions to better situate yourselves for economic, to contribute to economic growth in our society. In addition to the traditional offerings, the business, the humanities, the language and science and technology that we are familiar with. In 2012, the council started releasing a suite of new generation CAPE syllabuses to better respond to the emerging needs of the region and the government imperatives. The suite, which includes digital media, animation and game design, logistics and supply chain operations, green engineering, and my favorite and newest release, design and technology, are designed to ensure that students are able to tap into new and emerging industries, as well as to create entrepreneurial employment for themselves and others. And so the CXC associate degree, which is currently based on your performance in 10 predetermined CAPE units, you have traditionally 2 years to complete. However, candidates have up to 5 years to complete the requirements to be issued with the award. This feature in particular is very attractive for students who are out of school or individuals who are out of school completing their studies to upgrade their qualifications in order to access other opportunities. And this is a large percentage of the persons who are studying. So I know it's something that's very attractive to them. So for us, the signing of the Articulation Agreement with the Caribbean Examinations Council and the UCC means that our students are now going to be armed with CAPE and associate degree qualifications that can now be used to be presented to the UCC. And through this agreement, instead of spending 4 years to complete a bachelor's degree, students would be able to spend only 2 years to complete that particular qualification. This to us is very significant, and it does have implications for cost. In fact, in 2004, when the CXC associate degree was first designed, one of the mandates from the then chairman was to ensure that the qualification resulted in the reduction of the cost for tertiary education. So this for us is a milestone achievement. We also want to posit the view that our students would be able to save some money from their bachelor's degree program. And this would then also result in the realization of the dream, where the workforce would be more qualified at higher levels, because the savings from the bachelor's degrees program we are positing would be able to go towards postgraduate degrees and certifications. So CXC recognizes this as a milestone achievement as we seek to contribute to the development of the human capital of the region, and as we seek to ensure that our workforce remains current and globally competitive. So on behalf of the Caribbean Examinations Council, under the leadership of Dr. Wayne Wesley, I want to congratulate the UCC, and we look forward to the continued collaboration with the UCC. Participants all, welcome to this webinar. It is a signal in the right direction as we seek to grow our region and to take our position in the international space. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so very much. That was Miss Jadine Williams, and she is the Senior Manager in charge of Syllabus and Curriculum Development at the CXC. And she articulated many of the projects that CXC has been engaged in, and we are so happy as a university to partner with the CXC to bring to our students in Jamaica and across the Caribbean a delightful opportunity for you to continue your education. UCC is also internationally accredited by the UK-based accreditation services for international schools, colleges, and universities known as ASIC, and is Jamaica's largest privately held, non-affiliated university with an annual student population of approximately 5,000 students operating across 7 campuses across the island, together with the global online campus. So you are assured that the reach of UCC spans not just Jamaica, but internationally. And to speak more about the offerings here at UCC and to give you a view of UCC at a glance, I want to welcome at this time Professor Bernadette Warner, and she's Senior Advisor in charge of Institutional Effectiveness here at UCC, to give you an extra overview of UCC. Professor Warner, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Powell. Good afternoon to everyone. I would like to make a very special warm welcome to Dr. Wayne Wesley, CXC Registrar, to Ms. Jodine Williams, Senior Manager, Syllabus and Curriculum Development Division at CXC, Mr. Richard Rose, Corporate Communications at CXC, to other CXC colleagues and UCC colleagues. And a very warm welcome to all participants joining us from Jamaica and internationally. Welcome to the UCC CXC webinar, virtual information session. I am very pleased to bring you remarks focused upon helping you to understand how easy it is to transfer your CAPE and CXC associate degree credits to an accredited bachelor degree program at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, UCC, or to use your CXC awards to matriculate into a UCC academic degree program. Moreover, we want to help you make the right decision as you contemplate the next era in your educational career. And I will provide highlights why the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean is your best choice for personal and professional growth. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean is Jamaica's largest independent institution of higher education, with its main global campus in Kingston, Jamaica, and our core mission is to provide students with excellent educational experiences, designed and implemented by highly motivated, qualified, and student-centered local and international faculty members. UCC's animating vision is to offer broad-based opportunities to our students through partnerships, flexible delivery modes, low tuition costs, and advice about access to finance within an environment characterized by high standards, institutional integrity, and respect for the dignity of each individual. UCC was formed in 2004 as the University College of the Caribbean, following the merger of 2 predecessor institutes, the Institute of Management Sciences, launched in 1992, and the Institute of Management and Production, incorporated in 1976. With our predecessor institutes, UCC has now graduated more than 80,000 alumni since inception. In partial consequence, during the years since its formation, UCC has emerged as one of the fastest growing such institutions in the country and in the Caribbean region. So apart from its global campus in Kingston, UCC's other campuses are in Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, Mandeville, Maypen, and of course we have a robust online presence. We now have an average annual student enrollment of 5,000, with some 30% traditionally online, drawn from within Jamaica and across the Caribbean and elsewhere in the world. As we look at some of our significant achievements today, the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean is registered with and recognized by the University Council of Jamaica as a university college with the authority to offer academic degrees up to the master's level. The UCC has also been granted institutional accreditation by the University Council of Jamaica, one of only 4 institutions from among 80 tertiary education institutions to have earned this accolade in Jamaica. So it means that students who successfully complete a UCC academic degree are assured of graduating from an excellent accredited institution providing excellent accredited academic programs which will be accepted anywhere in the world. UCC is also internationally accredited by the Accreditation Services for International Schools, Colleges, and Universities, ASIC. The university has earned premier status with ASIC for its commendable areas of operation and helps to provide assurance to students and parents that they will, of course, have made a more informed choice and will help the university to demonstrate to the international student body that we are indeed a high-quality institution. UCC is therefore now nationally and internationally accredited. It is also the only Jamaican university to be recognized as an affiliate institution of the University of London to support the Certificate of Higher Education in Common Law and the Bachelor of Laws degree programs. Let us talk a little bit about our distinctive academic programs. The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean currently offers professional certificate, diploma, associate, bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree programs, the latter as a DBA and a professional doctorate in partnership with the University of Sunderland in the United Kingdom. UCC's academic degree programs include a wide range of disciplines, including human resource management, information technology, marketing, finance, hospitality management, business administration. UCC also offers customized corporate training programs through our corporate education department, together with the career advanced program, as well as the early college advanced placement program through our affiliate, the UCC Academy. The College of Graduate Studies and Research offers an MBA with 7 distinct specializations, as well as postgraduate certificates. It partners with Florida International University in offering engineering management, as well as the professional MBA, and with the Commonwealth of Learning in offering the SEMBA and SEMPA programs, focusing respectively upon the executive management of business and public administration, and with the University of Sunderland to offer the MSc in Tourism and Hospitality, as well as the doctorate in Business Administration and the professional doctorate. Some of our key international partners, therefore, includes our collaborations with premier international partners, including the delivery of the Professional Executive MBA with Florida International University, which was first introduced in 1998 with IMS, as well as its Master of Science in Engineering Management. With the Commonwealth of Learning Executive Masters Programs in Business Administration and Public Administration, and with the University of London for the Certificate of Higher Education in Common Law and the LLB programs, with the University of Sunderland for the Professional Doctorate and the Doctorate in Business Administration. Some of our key affiliations internationally include the American Council on Education, International Association of University Presidents, Quality International Study Abroad Network, Commonwealth of Learning. So the question is, why would you choose a UCC degree program? Well, if after all of the description of the institutional strength, I will summarize for you the following. One, the university's academic programs have long been accredited by Jamaica's national accreditation body, the University Council of Jamaica, which recently awarded institutional accreditation to UCC following the award of international institutional accreditation status early in 2017 by the UK-based accreditation body, the Accrediting Services for International Schools, Colleges, and Universities. All of UCC's current academic programs are institutionally accredited. UCC also provides students with life-changing opportunities for personal and professional growth, built on a philosophy to provide a pathway to higher education for all who wish to achieve this milestone. Low cost of tuition compared to many competing institutions of higher education. UCC will also offer attractive UCC Foundation and other scholarship options. We have flexible synchronous and face-to-face class times. You will have 24/7 access to learning, teaching, and assessment resources. UCC provides professional student advising and career guidance for all students, and we have a dedicated student mentoring and support system. UCC prides itself on flexible teaching and learning modalities. We have 100% online as one modality, and the second modality is blended, which includes a combination of face-to-face in-person classroom interaction. It also includes online delivery, a hybrid model where one module or course may be delivered partly in class face-to-face and partly online. We also have another model within the blended modality referred to as HiFlex, where a face-to-face class will be streamed at the same time to online participants. You will also experience an interaction with a diverse student body. You will experience expert and committed international online faculty members. You will be part of an excellent teaching and learning environment, and you would notice and feel and experience university best practices, which are established across all programs and all campuses at UCC. So at this point, I wish to thank you for your attention. I look forward to welcoming you to the UCC community, and meanwhile, send you our prayerful best wishes that you stay safe and well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. That was Professor Bernadette Warner, and she's a senior advisor in charge of institutional effectiveness. And I was actually listening to Professor Warner's presentation, and I got a 12-point plan that students, any student who is listening interested in UCC, can actually come to UCC, and there was a wide range of benefits for studying at UCC. So I counted accredited programs, life-changing opportunities for student engagement, flexible teaching and learning experiences, excellent teaching staff here and lecturing staff here at UCC, and a wide and diverse student body. What more could you want? The benefits are endless. We welcome you when we come September or October. We want to welcome you to UCC, and we wish you all the best as you continue on this journey to success. Coming to us at this time to talk about the articulation into the UCC accredited bachelor's degree programs and, of course, financing your tuition, a very, very interesting and important topic, will be Dr. Yvonne Dawkins. And Dr. Dawkins is the Associate Vice President in charge of Academic and Student Affairs here at UCC. So we want to welcome Dr. Dawkins as she speaks about and gives more clarity to transferring your CAPE and CXC Associate Degree credits to an accredited bachelor's degree program here at UCC. Dr. Dawkins.
Thank you, Mr. Powell. Good evening, everybody. Well, it's not yet evening. Good afternoon. I want to talk to you about articulating into a bachelor's degree here at UCC. Now, in this presentation, I will talk a little bit about why we think UCC is a good choice for you. I will tell you about our undergraduate programs, admission requirements to our undergraduate programs, how your CAPE qualifications will help you articulate into a bachelor's degree program, study options, tuition costs, and I will ask you to look with me a little bit into the future when you may consider graduate studies with us at UCC. So, Professor Warner and Mr. Powell have already told you that we think UCC is a good choice for you. And we believe that because we have faculty who are practitioners in their respective field of study, the syllabus is influenced by their experiences and their expertise. And they bring those experiences and their networks to that experience of interrelating with you, and you benefit from their experiences and networks. Our programs are delivered in a flexible option, so you have lots of choices. We have flexible payment options, and we have access to tuition financing. You've heard about our international partnerships and the fact that we are accredited both locally and internationally. So we believe that as you look for your next thing, UCC is a good choice for you. Perhaps you're interested in one of our bachelor's degrees. Now, at UCC, we have 3 schools, and the School of Business and Management is our largest school. In the School of Business and Management, you could pursue a degree in business administration or in business administration majoring in accounting, financial management, accounting and financial management, information systems management, or perhaps you might be interested in a Bachelor of Science in Human Relations Management, or in marketing, or in production and operations management. Lots of choice. And a Bachelor of Science in Tourism and Hospitality Management. For those of us in the Caribbean, programs like these are very relevant. Or maybe you're not a business person. Maybe you're interested in our School of Humanities and Law. We offer programs in social work, applied psychology, criminology and criminal justice. And in association with the University of London, we offer the Certificate of Higher Education in Common Law and the Bachelor's of Law degree. Or maybe you're a techie and you're interested in our School of Technology and Mathematics. And we have a very relevant degree, a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. So now you know that our programs offer something for you, and you're asking me, how do I apply and am I going to be qualified? So we have, again, lots of choices. Perhaps you've already done your CXCs and you have qualifications in CSEC or in CAPE. And if you have those qualifications, you can apply and receive full acceptance once you have a minimum of 5 subjects at the GCE or CSEC level or equivalent qualifications. And you'll see on the screen that the qualifications we're interested in at this path is grades A to C or 1 to 3. And if your CSEC pass is at level 3, you must have obtained that after 1998. But maybe you do not have 5 CSEC passes. And that's okay, because students with 4 passes, a minimum of 4 passes at CXC or at CSEC, will be considered for acceptance. And if that's your case, you could opt to do UCC replacement courses for core math, English for academic purposes, or fundamentals of accounting. And if you're awaiting those CSEC results, you can go ahead and apply, and you will be in receipt of an invitation letter that will allow you to start with us pending your examination results. But at UCC, we are really interested in opportunities for everyone. And so even for students who do not have CXC, GCE, CSEC qualifications, there is a path for students who are mature students over the age of 25 who have at least 5 years working experience. So there's no reason for you to think that you have to look elsewhere. This is the option for you. But our conversation today is particularly about CAPE articulation. So what does that mean? How do you benefit from having CAPE qualifications when you apply to UCC? So I thought I'd share with you some examples so that you can begin to see how your CAPE subjects will already make your life easier when you begin your bachelor's degree. Now, what happens is that when you've done a relevant CAPE, CXC, CAPE qualification, we will assess those qualifications and we will give you credits to UCC courses that are similar. And so here are the examples I've brought for you. So if you've done accounting you've done Unit 1 accounting, what does that mean? You've been successful at Unit 1 accounting, and that means you get advanced credit in a UCC course. And to put it simply, advanced credit means having been successful in Unit 1 accounting, you will not have to do UCC first year financial accounting. Having been successful in Unit 1 economics, you will not have to do UCC principles of microeconomics. And if you've been successful at CAPE Information Technology Units 1 and 2, you will not have to do UCC Computer Information Systems. And if you're a behavioral science student and you've been successful at Spanish Units 1 and 2, then you are exempt from Introduction to Spanish. If you've been successful at Sociology Unit 1 and 2, you will not be required to do Introduction to Sociology. And so it means that your journey through your bachelor's degree would have been made easier for you, and you would have been getting credits upfront for the work that you've done at CAPE. I want to tell you too that if you have completed a UCC associate degree, then a UCC associate degree will allow you to continue directly to 3rd year of the UCC bachelor's degree in that particular area. Sounds good. And it's gonna get better because we have so many study options for you. Perhaps you are interested in part-time studies. or you are available for full-time studies. As a full-time student, you can complete your program in a minimum of 4 years. And as a part-time student in 4.5 years, including summer, you will be graduating with that bachelor's degree. Our study options, as Professor Warner told us earlier, are 100% online or blended. And blended modality means some online and some face-to-face classes. In these days of uncertainty, when all of us are wondering what this pandemic will mean for our future, you can apply for a program that you know will offer you an online option, 100%. So if we have a spike, if we have a problem that doesn't allow us to have face-to-face classes, your education can continue. And now a little bit about the tuition costs. Normally, our undergraduate degrees are costed at 30,000 Jamaican dollars or $250 per module. The cost per year for 10 modules would be 300,000 Jamaican dollars or $2,500 for our regional students. And our University of London programs are costed at $4,000 for the certificate and $12,000 for the entire program for the LLB. So these are our normal costs. But this year, in a year of a lot of bad news, we have good news. We have discounts for 2020 school leavers. And for regional students who graduate in 2020, you will receive a UCC scholarship of 50%. For Jamaican students who graduate in 2020, you will also receive a UCC scholarship of 50% and a bursary from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. And for 2019 school leavers, you also receive a UCC scholarship. Now I want you to continue to listen to us because the next presenter will tell us some more about these scholarships and some more about what it is that you will actually have to pay, if anything, because we believe that 2020 has been a challenging year and we want to support our students in this difficult time. So I've told you about the bachelor's degree. I've told you that we have discounts for school leavers. And now I want to invite you to look with me into the future. I want you to just take a glimpse at what you will be doing in 4 years, in 5 years. Perhaps you'll want to stay with us at UCC and you'd be interested in one of our master's programs. So you've heard that we have so many partnerships. In partnership with the Commonwealth of Learning, we offer the Commonwealth Executive Master of Business Administration or the Commonwealth Executive Master of Public Administration. We also offer a number of UCC Masters Programs in business, specializing in accounting or finance or entrepreneurship or HR management or marketing or healthcare management or disaster management. And in partnership with the Florida International University, we offer professional masters of business and engineering management. And then you're going to look with me again further into the future, because you can stay with UCC for our doctoral programs offered through our collaboration with the University of Sunderland in the United Kingdom. A doctorate of business administration or a professional doctorate. So we look forward to welcoming you to UCC. We are anxious to be part of your future, and we believe that we're the right choice for you. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That was Dr. Yvonne Dawkins. She's the Associate Vice President in charge of Academic and Student Affairs here at UCC. And she gave us quite a bit of information there about UCC and how to articulate into the various degree programs that we have available for our students. And of course, I was very interested, and I'm sure you were too, to hear about the many financial assistance that UCC will be providing, scholarships that UCC will be providing to you. And you're going to hear so much more about those scholarships and about those financial assistance and aids when our next speaker presents. However, I want to use this opportunity to remind our participants who are on our Zoom platform that they can go ahead and prepare and send their questions to us. We'll be collating those questions for the question and answer session. And of course, our panelists will be more than happy to address your concerns and to clarify anything that you need to be clarified at this point. So at this point, I'm going to be asking our next presenter, the Director of Recruitment and Enrollment, Mrs. Andrea Ray, to speak to us about pursuing your CAPE subjects or the CXC associate degrees at UCC across the Caribbean. And so Mrs. Andrea Ray will make this presentation at this time. Mrs. Ray?
Good afternoon, Mr. Powell, and thank you so very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I do have the privilege and pleasure of talking to you, our participants, more about how to pursue and obtain a CXC associate degree, an occupational associate degree, or one of our UCC traditional associate degree within 2 years here at the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean. First, I want to begin and, essentially to talk to you about why do you want to study with us? And I'm sure you have heard the other speakers talk to you about the benefits and why choose UCC. But I too want to highlight the many benefits of studying at UCC. Of course, as mentioned before, our faculties are practitioners in their respective fields of study. Now you may ask, what does that mean for you? That essentially means that our faculty, they're highly trained and qualified, both local and international faculty. That also means that the syllabus is influenced primarily by the experience and their networking information that they bring to the classroom that of course benefit you, the student. We also do have flexible payment options. We also do have flexible study options. And as we mentioned before, Dr. Dawkins did indicate that with the flexible study options, we do have 100% online, and we also have the blended modality. Now, just to reiterate, the blended modality also allows you to do 50 to 60% online, and of course, 40% or so on-campus classes. And of course, that's very, very important, especially during this pandemic, where we would love to know that we have the flexibility of doing online as well as blended modality. Additionally, too, the option to study with UCC give you tremendous opportunity to access tuition financing and scholarships. Yes, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the scholarships that can be offered. Professor Warner, as well as Dr. Dawkins, did talk essentially about international partners, but I too want to stress and highlight that, because these partnerships have been long-term and beneficial, rewarding relationships. All right, so we're going to move along now and talk a little bit about, besides why studying with us here at UCC, we're going to talk a little bit about and drill into the associate degree programs. Now here at UCC, we offer a wide variety of associate degree programs. And so we're showing here on screen just a few of the more popular programs, which include our associate degree in business administration, our associate degree in production and operations management, our associate degree in tourism and hospitality management, but we also do offer associates in information technology, in human resource management, and of course, a wide variety of associate degree programs. So we're gonna move along now and talk a little bit about the admission requirements. And just to put it in perspective, I know Dr. Dawkins did tell you about the requirements for the bachelor's. And so they are in a similar vein regarding the admission requirements for the associate degrees. Now, for you to be fully accepted into one of our traditional UCC associate degrees, you would be required, of course, to have your 5 CSEC subjects, inclusive of math and English, at grades A, B, or C. Additionally, too, not to worry if you do not have the 5 CSEC subjects, but you do have 4 CSEC subjects, no problem. You still can be admitted on what's called a conditional basis, and then you are able to opt to either to the additional CSEC subject, or you can opt to do our UCC foundational classes, which include our core math, which also include our accounting, foundational accounting, as well as our English for academic purpose. All right, great, great. So we're gonna move along again now, because again, if you do not have these qualifications, no worries. And you are waiting your CSEC results, no problem. You can still be admitted pending the receipt of your examination results. So we look forward to you doing those applications so we can assist you to get into the program for the fall semester. All right, so we're moving along now to look a little bit more at our study options. And so if, as you pursue the associate degree, or you look to pursue that on a full-time basis, you can do that in 2 years. We have typically 3 start times for the year. We have our fall, which is our September start. We have our spring, which is our January start. And we have our summer, which is our May start time. We also do have flexible, as I mentioned before, modalities. We have our 100% online. We have our blended, which is a mixture of, again, just to reiterate, our online, which is typically 50%, and our face-to-face classes, which would be the 40% in the blended modality. All right, so moving along now, you may be asking, how do I apply? What is the application process? And so you'd go to apply at our official website, which is ucc.edu.jm. Once you go there, you will have the option to click on our programs, then select for the undergraduate degree program, and then you can click on apply online. Once you do that, then you will see the suite of associate programs, and you can then make your selection for your program of choice. Very, very user-friendly website, and very, very available to show you all of the programs that we have. All right, so we want to move along now to talk a little bit about cost. And I know that's extremely important for you. Now, in terms of the associate degree program, the cost for our Jamaican students includes typically $1,000 for application fee, 1,000 Jamaican, but guess what? For the fall semester, that application fee has been waived. Additionally, $2 for the fall semester, and for our 2020 recent graduates, we do have our traditional UCC associate degrees, of course, over that 2-year program, for which the cost will be Jamaican at $150,000 for the year, because guess what? That includes a 50% scholarship through our UCC Foundation. And it gets better. We're going to talk a little bit more about the other scholarship opportunities that are available for you if you choose to pursue one of our UCC traditional associate degrees. So we're going to move along now to tell you a little bit more about some of the exciting opportunities that are available for Jamaican students. And so with the new 6th Form Pathway program that has been recently introduced by the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, it allows our recent high school graduates who possess, or when the results have come out, are able to matriculate into one of our associate degree programs here at UCC. So there would be the CXC associate degrees that you can do at no tuition cost based on that arrangement and that bursary through the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. And of course, this is a very, very great program because it allows our students to be placed within the pathway for their academic development and growth to achieve certification. All right, so we're moving along now to kind of explain a little bit more so you get a better understanding of what the costs mean for you as a Jamaican student. And so as I mentioned before, the traditional cost was Jamaican 300,000. Now, after the 50% scholarship offered through the UCC Foundation, after that is applied, your cost is now Jamaican $150,000. But it gets better because the Ministry of Education does allow students who want to pursue the UCC traditional degree to be able to submit a registration from their high school to allow them to get the bursary or the scholarship of Jamaican $80,000 to be applied to their studies here at UCC. So moving along now to tell you more about the exciting things that are available under this arrangement with the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, which also includes, apart from the bursary, then, you know, the 150,000 Jamaican, you know, we're doing some simple math here. After you take away your Jamaican 80,000 through the bursary and the scholarship through the Ministry of Education, your other pocket is, believe it or not, only Jamaican $70,000 for you to pursue one of the traditional UCC degrees. And it gets better because you are able to get a free tablet included under this arrangement. Similarly too, I just want to stress, I mentioned it before, but for persons who wish to pursue the CXC associate degree, that, yes, is free of cost through the 80,000 Jamaican bursary or scholarship that you're able to obtain through your high school, through the Ministry of Education. All right, so we have more exciting things to talk about, participants. And so I'm now gonna focus on what the traditional associate degree tuition cost will be for our Caribbean students. Because you may be wondering, I've been talking a lot about the Jamaican, but I haven't forgotten about our general Caribbean students. So your application fee too typically would be a cost of US $10. But again, guess what? It's waived for the fall semester. So that's great and exciting news. Again, too, as a Caribbean student, your tuition cost would typically have been US $250, but again, you're entitled to the 50% scholarship, which now make your cost US $125 per module. Similarly, that would then make your semester cost, if you're taking 5 modules, to be US $625. Yes, that does include the scholarship as well. So you can see our fees are very competitive and very economical, and of course, for a first class, first rated associate degree program. So moving along to the tuition cost for the year would then be US $1,250 for a 10 module completion. So again, this is very exciting news when you know that you're being afforded a 50% scholarship through the UCC Foundation. All right, so we're moving along now with more exciting news. And of course, we have the new groundbreaking 6th Form Pathway Initiative through the Ministry of Education. And of course, we heard a lot about the arrangement between UCC and the CXC. All right, so moving along to, I want to talk to you about this exciting articulation agreement that has been signed with UCC and the Caribbean Examination Council. This is very historic, it's groundbreaking, and it will allow you, our participants, to be able to have transferable credits from CAPE and the CXC associate degrees to, of course, pursue the upper level of a bachelor's degree here at UCC. Some of the other benefits of pursuing an associate degree here at UCC includes you being able to secure your future and to compete globally by studying online or in a blended modality here at UCC. And it also allows you to develop a wide range of transferable skills that will serve you not just now, but for a lifetime. And so as we talk a little bit more about the associate degrees moving along, I want to stress the importance and for you to really recall some dates. So for the fall semester, the orientation exercise for new students pursuing their associate degrees, the orientation exercise is now scheduled for October 5th, with classes scheduled to begin on October 12th, 2020. So again, the next steps, visit our website at ucc.edu.jm or for further details, please reach out to us here at UCC at 876-906-3000. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you as a part of the UCC community for fall 2020. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much. That was Mrs. Andrea Reid, Director of Recruitment and Enrollment. And Mrs. Ray shared some very important dates, and I want to repeat those dates for our participants. So October 5, 2020 will be the orientation exercise for new students who are going to be enrolled in our high school pathway program, or CAPE pathway program. And of course, October 12, 2020 will be the date for the beginning of classes. Now we're going to be doing our question and answer session in a little bit, but I want to just use the opportunity, if you may, those of our participants who are still with us, I just want you to go in the chat and just indicate where you're from, where in the island. If you're from Jamaica, just tell me where you're from, or if you're from a Caribbean country or Caribbean neighbor, let me know where you're from as well, so that we can, before we go this afternoon, give you a good shout out from wherever you are in the region or in the island. So we have some questions here, and as I said before, we're going to be asking our panelists who are both here at our university campus as well as online virtually to just answer some of these questions if they are able to. So I'll start with this first question. So the question was being asked, and perhaps Dr. Dawkins could answer this question. Person is Miss Mundle or Mr. Mundle. I would like to know if my CAPE Associate's degree from 2004 will still be valid for transferring credits into the degree program, given that the years have passed since it was awarded. Dr. Dawkins, are you able to answer that? So the person did their associate's degree from the CAPE Associate's degree from 2004 and wants to know if it's still valid for the transfer to take place.
Yes, Mr. Powell, thank you for that. So what we would normally do is that we would look at your degree and we would look at the program that you completed, and we would look for relevance in our current program. And that's not difficult for us to do, because we'll be able to get from CAPE the syllabus that you completed when you completed your associate's degree in 2004. And once there is enough congruence with our program, then we can give you credit for those courses that are relevant.
Okay, very good. Sounds good. A similar question, Dr. Dawkins, here being asked by Shantae. She's asking, do you need the 2 units of the CAPE subjects or the specific CAPE subjects in order to qualify for the award of those advanced credits or standings?
Okay, Shantae, no, that's not necessarily the case. In some cases, 2 units would allow you to qualify for advanced credit for a second-year course, for example. In other cases, just 1 unit would allow you to qualify for advanced standing for a first-year course. So when we do that assessment, we'll be able to give you the specific feedback.
All right, thank you. And Mrs. Ray, this is a question for you. So there's a student here, Nikolai. He says he's graduating from Jamaica College. He's very confident that he's going to pass his math, English, along with his IT and the rest of subjects that he has done, and wants to know if he would qualify to become a student of UCC in September.
Thank you so much for that question, Mr. Powell. So Nikolai, we want to wish you all the best and that you'll be successful in your examinations. But you have indicated that you have done, it sounds like about 5 or 6. And so go ahead and apply. What it sounds like to me, pending your results, that you would be eligible to apply to UCC. And once you're successful, you should be able to qualify to come into the program. Just a reminder, you would need 5 CSEC, inclusive of math and English, for full acceptance. But as I mentioned before, if you do have 4, you can still be considered for matriculation into the program, and then you can do our foundational classes here, which includes our core math, our English for academic purpose, as well as foundational accounting if required. All right, and just to reiterate, that you do have the 50% scholarship if you are able to matriculate into the program, and that would allow you to be paying to at least be eligible for 150,000 Jamaican. You can then get your registration from Jamaica College, from your high school, if you qualify for that 80,000. And that would then mean that you would be looking at out of pocket of 70,000 Jamaican if you are looking to pursue the traditional associate degrees. And that would come with a free tablet as well. So again, all the best, Nikolai, in your success.
All right, so Nikolai, I hope you're satisfied with that answer. Quite a few questions again, Mrs. Ray, about students are asking. CXC is slated to publish their results by the 3rd or 4th week in September, and so they want to know if it is still possible for them to apply and to be considered for September's admission.
Thanks for that question, Mr. Powell, because that's a very, very important question. And for persons that are waiting results, that's very, very relevant. So the simple answer is yes. You are still able to apply. We are still taking applications, especially for persons who are waiting their CSEC results. What that then means for you is that you will do your application. We will give you all the necessary, acceptances relevant at this point. And then, of course, once your results come in, then you bring your results, and classes, as I mentioned before, for the associates begins, of course, on October 12th with the orientation on October 5th.
All right, thank you very much. Dr. Dawkins, a question is being asked. The student is asking if they have their associate degree from CXC, if it is safe to say that they'll be able to complete their bachelor's degree in 2 years.
Well, that depends on the subjects that you have in your associate's degree. Because what I explained is that we're going to give you credit for those subjects that are relevant to the courses in the program that you're choosing. So it would depend on the program you're choosing and the subjects that you have. But the maximum number of credits that you would be allowed to get would be up to a maximum of 50% of the total credits of the course. So theoretically, it's possible if you have the appropriate subjects. So it would mean that the subjects in your CAPE would need to be relevant to the program that you're selecting at UCC. But go ahead, send us the application so that we can do an assessment and we can give you some feedback on that. And we would explain to you the basis on which we would be giving you advanced credit and the basis on which we would be asking you to complete particular courses that you may not have covered in your CAPE.
All right, a question here, and perhaps Mrs. Ray could help with this one. A student is asking, or a participant is asking, does the scholarship only apply to persons who have just graduated from high school?
All right, thanks again, Mr. Powell. Great, great question. And actually, the scholarship is relevant right now. So let me make the distinction and put the scholarship in perspective. Now, if you are a 2020 graduate, you are eligible for the 50% scholarship here at UCC through the UCC Foundation to be able to pursue the traditional associate degree. And then you are able to get the additional 80,000 through the Ministry of Education. If it is though that you are a 2019 graduate, you are able to get the 50% scholarship, which makes your tuition, reduces your tuition for the year from Jamaican 30,000 to 150,000. But you may not be eligible for the 80,000 grant through the Ministry of Education, because that's applicable right now only to the 2020 graduates.
All right, so
An additional comment.
Certainly, Dr. Dawkins wants to chime in here. Go ahead, Dr. Dawkins.
I just wonder whether the person asking the question is making a distinction between what we call traditional high school
There you go.
and other secondary schools, and wondering if this scholarship is only for persons who are graduating from a traditional high school. And the answer to that is no, that the scholarship is for any person who is graduating from the secondary level. So you've completed grade 11 at your school and you are graduating in 2020 or have graduated in 2020, then both the scholarship and the Ministry of Education bursary is available to you. because this Ministry of Education bursary is particularly to cover grades 12 and 13. So once you've completed grade 11, it's available to you.
All right. Some other questions here. Does the $80,000 scholarship from the government goes for Jamaicans who will be doing 100% online that lives outside of the island? And perhaps Mrs. Ray could shed some light on that one for us.
Okay, thanks again, Mr. Paul, for that question. And it's, of course, that 80,000, let me elaborate, because that's 80,000, as Dr. Dawkins elaborated, does mention that you would have to be leaving high school. So again, we would need to get a little more information from that person who asked in the question to see the eligibility. But as of now, the conditions that apply would be recent high school graduate, as in 2020, and graduating from a secondary or a high school in Jamaica. But again, we would want to connect and talk to you more and get more information to see your eligibility.
Just a follow-up question about you mentioned about the registration form being available at the school. Someone was asking for more clarity on that particular form. Is that the forms are available at the high schools, or they can apply directly to UCC for that process?
Okay, I'll take that, Mr. Powell. All right, so let me elaborate a little bit more. Now that 80,000 bursa scholarships as scholarship through the Ministry of Education, you will have to apply for that through your high school. So what that then means, once you do your application here at UCC, then you do your relevant, in order to get admitted here at UCC, then you will go to your high school and you will obtain that registration form, which will allow you to use that towards your tuition here at UCC. And just to reiterate, for the CXC associates, that registration will allow you to have free tuition here for the CXC associates versus the traditional associate. It will apply in terms of the 150 and allow you to have an out-of-pocket though of 70,000, but you will be awarded a free tablet as well. That is for the traditional associate degrees.
All right. And perhaps Mrs. Ray, again, this is your question. Can I do both the CAPE and the associate degree at UCC? Dr. Dawkins?
Both the CAPE and the traditional associate degree?
Yes.
Or the CXC associate?
Both the CAPE and, well, it says, the person said associate degree, didn't mention whether it was the CAPE associate degree.
Okay. So the way this works is the CAPE subjects, when you've done a certain number of CAPE subjects, then that makes you eligible for a CXC associate degree. And the traditional associate degree that we've been talking about is the UCC associate degree, which is in effect the first 2 years of our bachelor's degree. So yes, you can do both, but you would want to choose the path that suits you best in terms of the career goal that you have.
All right, thank you. Another question here. Again, I'm going to throw this question to Dr. Dawkins. The person says that she has a diploma in primary education. She's interested though in pursuing a BSc in human resource management and just wants to know how many years will she be required to do and the tuition for that program.
All right, thank you, Kevin. So once again, your diploma will be assessed. When you come with your application, we will look at the number of credits that you did to complete that diploma. We will also look at the number of courses that you did and the kinds of courses that you did. So I know it sounds really complicated, but when you think about it, it actually is quite straightforward. If you've already done a course that is very similar to a course that we're doing at UCC, and you've done it at an equivalent level, we will not require you to do it again. Once you've done that course, and that course was done in an accredited program. So if you've done a course, but the program that you're doing here is very different from the course that you've done before, then you could understand why you would need to do these courses, because you would not have the familiarity with the program. And that's why essentially the most important thing in this answer is that you would need to apply, bring your qualifications, and allow us to do an assessment so that we can explain to you which of the courses you've done are equivalent to the courses that we're offering, and which of the courses we're offering are courses that you now need to do to complete your degree.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Dr. Dawkins, for that. Mrs. Ray, a question is being asked about mature entrance and the process for mature entrance. We keep speaking about the recent high school graduates, but a student here, a participant here, wants to know about the mature entrant route. Could you speak more about that, please?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Powell. All right, so we have been talking a lot about high school graduates and recent graduates, but we don't want you guys to be left out. So we do have an alternate path for persons who want to pursue. You may not have the 5 CSEC or 5 GCE subjects, or even 4, but you are able to still matriculate in one of our bachelor's degree program, into one of our associate degree programs. Once you are over the age of 25, have 5 years working experience, then we are able to assess your qualification, look at typically what you have done since high school, and of course, we can be able to admit you, having assessed everything for you to matriculate into a program. You may be required to do some foundational classes though, which would include our core math, English for academic purpose, and foundational and fundamentals of accounting.
All right. Thank you so very much for that response. A question about other associate's degrees. Can those be used, Dr. Dawkins, to gain advanced standing, or is it just the CXC associate's degrees that we're talking about here?
Yes, no. Yes, Kevin, thank you again. Good question. And yes, so the CXC associate's degree, the UCC associate degree, that's a no-brainer, because the UCC associate's degree would be very similar in structure to our bachelor's degree. But persons come from time to time from other institutions having done an associate's degree, and we're happy to welcome you. We're happy to assess your qualifications, and whenever we can give you advanced credit, we are happy to do that, because you're already starting on this journey towards your bachelor level qualification, and we want to give you credit for that. So yes.
All right, beautiful. Question here, perhaps Andrea will take this. A 36-year-old with a diploma, has a CAPE associate's degree, hoping to do a degree in social work, and wants to know if he or she is eligible for any scholarships.
All right, thanks again, Mr. Powell. And so let's kind of dissect the scenario a little bit. Remind me, Mr. Powell, 36
years
diploma,
old, has a CAPE and the CAPE associate's degree, wants to do social work here, wants to know if that person wants to know if he or she is eligible for any of the scholarships.
All right, great question. I'm sure you may be asking if you would qualify. Now, from what we have mentioned before, even though you may not qualify for the scholarship in terms of the bursary through the ministry, we do have here at UCC a myriad of other scholarships that you may be eligible for. So it sounds like you can apply, you may be eligible for a bachelor's degree based on what you have indicated in terms of your age, qualification, and other requirements. But you can peruse our website, look at our suite or different scholarship that we have here, and there may be one that you may be qualified for. So again, yes, you can look at our scholarships because you could be eligible for one of them.
All right, thank you so very much. And thank you all for asking those very, very pertinent questions. I'm sure that you would have assisted your colleagues who perhaps have similar questions and they have gotten some clarity. So thank you for posing those questions to us. I just want to shout out some folks here who mentioned in the chat room, I asked you to just indicate where you're from. So I'm getting persons from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There are folks from Clarendon, Jamaica, folks from Kingston, somebody from St. Mary, St. Lucia in the building, yes. There are folks from Westmoreland, Jamaica, St. Elizabeth, Ocherius, St. Thomas, and Old Harbor. Thank you so very much for indicating where you're from. And I just want to close this webinar this afternoon by thanking you for joining us here at UCC in partnership with our new partners, the CXC, in this agreement with them, this partnership with them to allow you to transfer your associate's degrees into one of our UCC accredited degree programs. And so we want to thank you for joining us. I hope we've answered your questions. I hope you've made your decision to make UCC the place of choice to transcend your tertiary education as you move forward in these uncertain times. Make UCC the place where you come to grow and to be successful. On behalf of the management and staff of UCC and our partners at the CXC office, we want to thank you all for joining us this afternoon, and we want to wish you a safe rest of the evening. God bless you, and bye-bye.